Hey everyone, and welcome to the program. I'll be talking about the Arcade Fire 7-inch single release from Record Store Day Black Friday 2019. Stick around and we'll dive in. So, if you're like me, you were most likely at Record Store Day Black Friday this past year, and you're gearing up now for Record Store Day 2020, which is just around the corner. As I love watching Record Store videos, Record Store Day videos on YouTube, but the one common theme is always, a look at the list, a look at the releases, a look at the haul, but not necessarily a conversation about the actual releases after the fact. Not necessarily a talk about, was it worth the money? Was it worth the time spent in line to get it? So I thought, we're a couple months past, and to kind of help fill that void before the next one rolls around, let's take a little time and talk about some of my pickups. So this is from Arcade Fire. It's the 7-inch of Neighborhood Number 1 Tunnels and My Buddy on the B side. So this was this is a reproduction of their 7-inch from their first album, Funeral, which is one of my favorite Arcade Fire albums of all time. I love Arcade Fire. They're such a good band. I love the mix of instrumentation, the mix in the vocalists, the songs. It's just, to me, and the themes within those. Each album is a different progression in the band, and I just love listening to them. So this, to me, it was a cool pickup. Now, I'm not a huge collector of 7-inch records. They can be a pain in the butt. I mean, I enjoy listening to them when I have time to get up and sit down and get up and sit down and get up and sit down. Obviously changing the speed on my turntable from typically 33 and a third revolutions per minute to 45. Mine is a belt where you have to manually make that change. So it can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. But hey, I enjoy a good 7-inch single, and this is one that I wanted to get. So I picked it up. They faithfully did a reproduction of the original release. Very cool. It's on black. It's just a nice release, and I love the care that went into making this look like that original copy. It is a limited release. They're not planning on putting this one out again, or at least, until they say otherwise. I think it was about 1,500 copies total. My record store didn't have a ton of these when I went to pick it up, but it's not one that is difficult to obtain. I was checking out Discogs before filming this video, and there were quite a few copies in the $10 range. That's about what they were going for on Record Store Day Black Friday. So, if you're looking for this one, definitely go out and check it out. You might get lucky and still see it in the leftover bin from the holiday, but more than likely you'll have to hit an eBay or a record or a Discogs or check online for other sources. But I wouldn't overpay for it. It should be easy to get and at a reasonable price. Definitely it sounded great. I love the music. I'm a big fan of Arcade Fire. So it's certainly one that I wanted to pick up. And if you're a fan of the band, I certainly would recommend picking it up. It's a good memento of that period of time, and it's cool to get a re-release of a 7-inch, which is, not one you're going to go out and find easily or at a reasonable price. Let me know what you think. Is this one that you picked up? Were you happy with it? Or is it one that you're thinking of getting in the future? Let me know in the comments so we can continue this conversation. Obviously, I would love a thumbs up to the video. And of course, it'd be great if you could subscribe, hit that notification so you know when more videos are on the way. Thanks, everybody.